Hey everybody, my name is Nicole and I wanted to share with you guys my morning basket. We are not super new to the morning basket routine per se, but this year I decided to stick it all in a basket. It just makes it so much easier. It's incredible to have it all in one spot, and you can grab and you can go and have everything that you need. So I was inspired to do this I watch Abby at Rooted in Rest and Jessica at the Waldock Way, and they are doing a big collab with all of the morning baskets and things like that. Super fun homeschool stuff. If you have not watched their channels, you should check them out because they're adorable. I have 3 boys. They are in 3rd grade and 8th and 11th this year, and we have been homeschooling for about 4.5 years now, and so it's been a lot of fun, and we've changed, and I feel like every year is a new adventure, and I'm really excited to show you guys my morning basket. So where do I start? I don't know. This thing is so big. Check it. So fun. And okay, so we are just gonna start. We do all of our subjects together. I have made a little plan and laminated them, put everything that I want to use on this, and it's laminated so I can use a dry erase marker every day and just check off what we've done. I have planned we've been working for a week now. We are done with our first week of school, and it worked really, really well. It's really exciting. We sit down at the table about 9 o'clock and have about an hour's worth of morning basket time. And then I have current events written down here, but we tend to do that after lunchtime. So I love it. We get together, we hang out for an hour or so, and then we break up to do all of our individual subjects. And, of course, mom, I float back and forth through each child. And then we come back together and we do lunch together, and then we do current events and we talk about that. And then we have a couple more hours of our school day, and then it's it, and then it's done, and then it's time for chores and things like that. Actually, we do morning chores also, so if that's something that you're interested in, I highly recommend it. Get up, form habits. Habit training is actually really something very important. If you are familiar with Simply Charlotte Mason, I highly encourage you to check this out. It's called Laying Down the Rails. It's a whole curriculum. You have a couple different books of Charlotte Mason's habits. There's book 1 and book 2, and it just is divided up into different habits. So, cleanliness, courtesy, kindness, manners, attention, imagining, observation, integrity, obedience, truthfulness, usefulness, fortitude, health, things like that. And so as a mom, you study and advance, and you write down your notes and things like that. And I was just gonna try to turn to a page. So for usefulness, here, chapter 6, physical habits. So you go, and the first one is alertness, to seize opportunities. And you walk each day, however long it takes you, with your children, and there's tons of fun things to do. There's quotes and exercises and opportunities and books and poems and things like that. Super fun. I'm really excited about that. That's our first year using it, and I am still currently reading through a lot of things. I'm very excited though. It is so important. And so we do every morning, every day, we do Bible, current events, poetry, and handwriting. We have The Good and the Beautiful's handwriting. It's excellent. This is our first year using The Good and the Beautiful handwriting. I have heard so many incredible things about this curriculum. The first day I gave it to my children, my oldest one has already done cursive and things like that. He just needs some refining. He sat down and he's like, this is challenging. I got him the highest level, which is level 7. He's like, this is really challenging in a really good way. So I was excited. So they do, I don't know, different things. It's not just handwriting. It is drawing, instruction. There looks like mazes. This is my level 3, so my youngest son's book. Mazes, how to draw like a flower pot. They do some geography, some poetry, you know, all the good and the beautiful things. It'll be fun. So they each have one of those. We do poetry. Oh, Abby, she shared this book in one of her videos, and this is the prettiest book ever. It is Sing a Song of Seasons, a nature poem for each day of the year. I'm so excited that you shared this because it is so, so pretty. It's so worth every penny. The illustrations are gorgeous. Every single day has a little poem with it. It's just, y'all, it is so pretty. So we do that. I've got a couple different things picked out for our Bible. We are currently going through Genesis, finding our roots together as a family. And so it is talking about the creation. It's kind of apologetics. It is going over worldviews, the origin of the week. We even have covered dragons, and so that was really, really cool. So we do that together. And then I have a couple different read alouds that we're doing. I went ahead and purchased the first 10 of the Christian Heroes Then and Now from Amazon. No, from Christian Book. They have packages, the first 5 in each set, that come together, and it's just great stories, great biographies and things. So we are going through that. Currently we are reading about Jim Elliot. And so we will just, as soon as we finish Jim Elliot, we will move on to the next person in the set. I plan on going in order. A lot of mamas don't. A lot of mamas just pick and choose, and that's great. You can do that. It's perfectly fine. The Penderwicks is our literature choice for the first book that we're reading together. I don't have a plan. A lot of people go, you know, they change it out monthly. That is not my jam. I would feel so behind. I would get to the end of the month or seasonally, and I would be like, we haven't even read this book yet. So my intention is always grace. There is always more time for reading books, you know, that's a whole nother subject. I just want us to go through these as quickly or as slowly as the children want to. If they are really enjoying a book and they want me to read another chapter, I will read another chapter and we will just move on with the day. If they're not feeling it that day, I will just finish up where I'm at and we will stop and go on. So I have no intention of rushing through anything. That's not the Charlotte Mason way, y'all. Slow and beautiful, and just what can you glean from it? Oh, Usborne. This is another literature choice that we're doing. I do read alouds 4 days a week. That's on my schedule. So I'll do Shakespeare, biography, lit, and civics. This is I have not taken this out of my basket, but this is my next after the Penderwicks are over. We will start reading through that. Or if we get tired of the Penderwicks, which, who knows? You don't get tired of them if you haven't read them. They're incredible. But these are more like boy stories. So it's the Count of Monte Cristo, the Prisoners, and the Three Musketeers, things like that. So I don't know if we will switch between the Penderwicks because it's a girl book and this one, or if we'll just read straight through. It's in here. Shakespeare, another Usborne book. Usborne is beautiful. I am addicted, and it's okay because we all need more books. The illustrations in these books are incredible. They're so, so beautiful. My boys love Shakespeare. People think that's crazy, but my boys love Shakespeare. We have never sat down and just read a play. My oldest one is reading his first full play this year, and I just felt like this was a really good way to get them familiarized with Shakespeare and get them to love it and get them to see how funny and how dramatic and how ridiculous these plays are. And then we do geography 3 days a week is my plan. Sorry, let me get adjusted. 3 days a week is a plan for geography, and we do it all together as a family. Simply Charlotte Mason. We're doing North America, and so it is, if you do 1 visit per week is what she says, you will get through the entire book. And so we do 1 visit per week. It's called, the first exercise was like mapping the countries that we're going to be learning. And then I read a book one day. We have a couple different geography games that I got one from Sunlight. It's not in yet. I'm really bummed. And then I also have Race Across the USA. I got that off of Amazon. We played that this morning. It took us about an hour to play, and it was fun. It's challenging. I almost lost because I don't know random facts about the United States, but it is a lot of fun. It's up there, or I would grab it. I'm sorry. It's called Race Across the USA. It's a Scholastic game. It was a lot of fun. It's a 4-player game. So each of my kids have their geography, and she also has different books that she recommends, like Material World and What the World Eats. They are beautiful, beautiful books. They're up on my geography shelf because we don't use those every day. The Tuttle Twins, I just purchased all of these this year, and we are adding it in. Civics. It's so important that you teach your children about our Constitution and about government and about civics, and this is a really, really sweet way to do it. You follow these twins through different adventures and different things, and they learn all about that. And I mean, I wasn't taught that in school. Were you taught that in school? I had a high school class. I slept through the high school class because you're high schoolers and it's a boring class. I don't know. I also have this Stories of America. It goes with our geography. That is what I read also when I read. Speaking Spanish, Simply Charlotte Mason. It's really cool because the mom listens to an audio. I guess you could play it for your kids, but it's more like in your like in your voice. You get excited. You listen to the audio. You learn the first lesson, and it's really sweet. So the first one is like, I take the book, I open the book, I close the book. And so you learn that, and so you can show them, they're not seeing the words, you can show them what's going on. And you can be like, I open the book, I close the book. But of course in Spanish, but I'm not gonna do that for y'all because y'all would probably laugh at me. That's okay. We do art study, so we are doing Turner this year. I have my prints all turned around on my wall. And this is also another Simply Charlotte Mason find. She has beautiful art prints. And the book itself just goes over his life story that they have written. And then there's just a very brief explanation of the actual paintings in here. It's really, really gorgeous. We have never been disappointed. So for something fun that we do in the morning times, before we do any of it, this is like the first thing that we do to kind of wake them up and to kind of get them excited. We have the brain benders. Is that right? Brain bender cards. I just pick one randomly and ask the most random questions. And sometimes I'm like, and sometimes my kids understand, and it's really fun, and it wakes us up, and also, or this. So we do this once a week. It's a critical thinking detective. And so it's grades 3 through 12. This is the beginning book. I could have gotten away with getting a different level, but I didn't know really what I was getting into. So the cases are super easy for the older boys. My younger boy was like, So we just solved the case of the stinging insect. And I'm really hoping that they get a little bit more difficult. So there's a case of the painting thief, the crawling spider, the computer tablet thief, and you lay out all these. It's really cool. You lay out all the different he said, she said, all the clues and whatnot, and you solve them, and it's fun. I told the boys that whoever solves it first gets a prize, and I haven't, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. To finish it up, we do have memory work, which is on our board, and I plan on doing our memory cards inside of here. Each one that we learn, I'm gonna stick them in here. It's my own little spin on it. Stick them in there, and then we'll just pull them out and make sure that we are going over our memory verses that we have learned, but the current one is up on the board. A couple different things that we are also gonna do this year, we haven't touched it this week, origami, and then the paper airplanes, also Usborne. Fantastic stuff, so fun teaching them, just, find skills and things like that. I figured if we're having a rough morning and they don't really wanna listen to anything, I can give them that and they can fold and I can read or whatever, or mama can fold. And that's it. It's really exciting. It's just a way for us to come together and do all the fun things that I want, all the riches. We also do like hymns and folk songs in the mornings. And what else? That is not written. That's not in my basket. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking over my list. I love this little list. I highly encourage you guys to do this because you can just mark off everything, and that way it's just a good way for me to know, oh, we've already done that twice this week. So on Fridays, we're also doing like a Fun Friday. I have a separate Fun Friday basket, and that is going to be our survival skills and I also the handicrafts. We are going to be learning how to do wood carving. Really, really excited about that. And I went ahead and bought those kiwi crates. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, the kiwi crates. They got the age appropriate levels and things like that. So that's it. I'm excited and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. I don't know if I can link everything, but I can try. And I hope you guys have a great school year.